All right, welcome back, guys and girls. Uh, welcome again to today's live trading section, and I hope you all enjoy your day and your day wasn't really stressful. And it is Nova Trading Africa again, and we are here to shake the table again. Yeah, we are here to shake the table again. We are here to bring in some new things as well, and we are going to be considering mastering entering types and perfect trade execution for today. And before we go into that, we are going to consider what we did yesterday. We are going to check on them again, and we are going to deliberate more on it before we enter into today's topic, which is mastering entering types and perfect trade execution. So we are just going to go straight into what we are here to do for today. And in case you are coming across this video for the very first time, do well to subscribe, follow, and also drop a comment. And if you are live here with me, do well to drop me a comment at least, so I can know you are hearing me loud and clear. So off to today's business, and here is my chart. Yesterday we were on live together when I bought and sold Solana USDT. Yeah, so this was what later happened on it. Yeah, this was what later happened on it. We had a couple of that was a breaking even here yesterday. We had a breaking even on this trade yesterday. I could remember we entered around let me get that chart. Yeah, this is Solana USDT, in which we traded together yesterday, and we all can tell that the market has not really been stable lately, and as a technical analyst a lot has been going with us on the chart for the main time, because there is a lot of power tussle in the market nature, and this was where we did our magic yesterday, and while we have our profit target to be at the previous resistance level. But this is what we later ended up with yesterday after we sold. I told you guys that after the rejection on our 15 minutes time frame yesterday, if we did break the support level we're looking at, well, we are going to be looking for buys, and that was what happened yesterday. So we took the buy, and afterwards we were running on about 2.76%. we returned back to the breaking even. So that was basically how yesterday went, and today we've been able to take a couple of trades. And if you see my if you are seeing my chart, you can tell already that we have been taken out of breaking even already, because that's just what my chart is looking like currently. So the market is kind of very volatile, and it doesn't really have this particular direction for the main time. Yeah, so to today's business, we are here to discuss mastering entering types and perfect trade execution. So as we dive deep into one of the most critical skills in trading, choosing the right entering type and executing trades with precision and confidence, it actually takes a lot, because without all those things, I don't really think your trade is even complete. As a trader, you should be able to sight the perfect entry and as well execute very, very well. Whether you are trading Forex, crypto pairs like BTC, USDT, Solana USDT, Ethereum USDT, SRP USDT, or probably you are trading indices. You see, poor entry kills profit faster than bad risk management. So in this section, we are going to discuss more on all those things. We are going to discuss better on all those things, so you can understand the entry model that you should be looking out for in the market, or probably on your chart, so you can know what to focus on and when to get in and how to get out. So in this live section, we are going to break down the main 4 entering types. The main 4 entering types are every serious trader must know. So we are going to be starting with, I'm going to list the 4 of them, and then we are going to be picking them one by one. We are going to see them on the chart work as well, and how they've been able to play it out perfectly well. So we have, number 1 of them is breakout entry model. Number 2, we have a pullback or retest model. And number 3, we have the reversal and the confirmation. And number 4, we have momentum or continuation entry model. You see, if you are very conversant with this live section, you will have noticed that I always say something about continuation, and confirmation. And without being able to cite all those things, I don't really think you are ready to trade yet, because you may be missing a lot of things. Yeah, so you may be missing a lot of things. And we also will be able to consider how to identify high probability setups as well, using price action, support or resistance, trend lines, and as well as candlestick. And if you've always been following me on this my live section, you will notice that before I take my trades, I do consider my candlestick very well. It's one of the crucial information I hold on to. After I've discovered my nature, after I've cited my entry model, I still have to confirm with my candlestick pattern, because without that, the formation I'm seeing on the time or on the chart is not complete to me yet. Because without you confirming all those things, you won't be able to do what? You won't be able to know where to place your SL, or probably where to get in as well. So candlestick is still one of the most crucial information we all need to do what? To consider, especially the Japanese candlestick. When we get to that bridge, we are all going to cross it together. So I will be picking the breakout entry model first, so we can all see how it has worked previously in the market. And today I kind of add something like that on my chart. Yeah, if you can see my chart very well, you will see that I have the BTC USDT chart open right in my front, and what you are looking at currently is a breakout entry model. Yeah, is a breakout entry model. So I'm going to work on that now and school you on how to cite it early, and as well how to bank on it. So I will be taking price back to where you can see it and how you can make good use of it, before I now take the pullback and resistance, the reversal or confirmation, and the momentum and continuation. So let's take that breakout entry model first, while I take price back to time here. So we are going to take price back to this point. Yeah, and I hope you all can see my chart very well. So this was, if you're seeing my chart, this was what was happening yesterday evening on our BTC USDT chart. And if you look at what I have drawn on my screen so far, you will notice this resistance key here. Let me add name to that. That is my resistance. Resistance level. Yeah. So That was my resistance level for this structure here. So we break through this point impulsively. So what are you to wait for? We are to discuss about entry types and how to execute those trades now. So I'm currently schooling you on the entry model you are to look for whenever you want to get into your trade. So we break out of this resistance impulsive. So after that breakout, you need what? You need retest. So now we are working with breakout and pull back or retest entry model, because the two works along. They are almost the same thing. They are almost the same entry model. So this is a breakout of this resistance level right here now. So I'm going to play that so you can see you can see how you can catch your entry on time, because this is a breakout entry model. So let me play that right now and let's just see how we form that continuation together. And right there you can see what we are having right there together, because this is a bull flag to the upside, and that is what? A breakout entry model. So this is what breakout entry model looks, or retest, because now we are now testing the resistance level to turn it to what? To the support and trend to the upside. Do you all understand that? So without us turning that resistance into previous support, there is no way we will continue the movement to the upside, because we might just decide to trend from this point and break below the resistance again, then form a continuation, and then we start trending to the support level in which I have right here. I'm going to write that out as well. So this is our resistance and this is our support level. Also, this is another support level as well. And this is the resistance. Or the bigger picture we are looking at, so this is the resistance. So all we have to do in this situation is to what? Trend to the support level, reject, search for entry model, either breakout entry model, pullback or retest entry model, continuation or reversal, and we have confirmation as well. So I've shown you what breakout or retest, because this is a breakout and retest entry model. We broke out of the resistance and then we are retesting that resistance to test it and turn it into our support level to do what? To move to the upside. And let me continue playing this so you can see how this entry model is effective. So that was how we got tagged in, and we start trending to the, and boom, start trending to the upside. And you can see that that's basically how you can get into the trade using the breakout or the retest entry model. Now let's move to the continuation entry model, the continuation entry type model. Let's move to that. Sorry please, I'm having a little issue with this. Okay, we are good now. Sorry for that. So now we want to take the continuation part of our entry model, and I'm going to take price back to what happened on Saturday on BTC USDT. Yeah, so let me take it back here so that I can show you continuation entry model. So let's take price back to this point. All right, so we have all these. I'm trying to hide something so I can play them out later. All right, so we are left with this. Mind you, as the market moves and creates new trend, we have new support and resistance. So if you look at this right here now, this is if you look at this is a resistance for this point here, because we trend from here to this point, and that was how we created previous support level, and then we have the resistance level. And what happened after that? We tap into that resistance and then we retrace back into the zone as well, forming a bigger pattern. With time, I'm still also going to touch this pattern as well, but for now let's just focus on the continuation entry model we are talking about. If you are following, you will notice that I did not touch candlestick and then support and resistance here. I just want you to start getting them bit by bit so that I will not do what I will not get you boxed up with so many things to understand at once. So after we had the first impulse to the downside, we have this continuation here. This is a continuation to the downside, same as the continuation to the upside that we have for the bullish trend we talked about a few minutes ago. That is why we are touching this one as well, because this is a continuation to the downside, and I'm going to be naming this as the bear flag, because the trend is bearish from that point. After we touched the resistance, we got rejected. We now turn the resistance into the new resistance for the next trend that is going to happen in the market nature. So I'm going to play that and see how it also happened as well. So you can see we got rejected from that point and our leg is complete. So we have the impulse, the continuation. We can also call this a breakout because we break below the previous resistance. Yeah, you can also call this a breakout as well, but this is a continuation to the downside. Yeah, so if you want to get in now, you have to get in like this. Let me go to my 15-minute time frame. So this is my 15-minute time frame, and our entering is supposed to happen around here. Yeah, at the close of our reversal candlestick, and we are going to be heading straight down to the 90% rule of this structure. What did I mean by the 90% rule of this structure? I'm talking about the support level of this structure. So we have this right here now. So let's play that together and see how we move to the downside. So we started moving. Yeah. were ranging for some minutes here. We were ranging and we were ranging and we were ranging, and we keep moving to the downside as well. So we keep ranging this way. And boom, that was how we started moving massively. And assuming you traded this live, you will have broken even at 1% already. So you are not risking anything. You are just risking the money the market gives to you back to the money, back to the trade, right? So all right, if you are paying good attention, you will see that there is another entry model here, which is going to be this. Yeah, so that's another entry model, and that's also what a continuation to the downside. So I've touched the breakout entry model, and now we are currently on the continuation entry model. And we start selling to the downside. You can see how effective this entry model is, right? So this is reduced risk entry. I'm going to categorize all the 4 types of entry under reduced risk entry because they are all confirmation for the trend that has just started. If you don't have all those things in your market, if you don't have all those things in your trading plan, you don't have the trend confirmed yet. So you need to confirm the trend before you get on, before you place your trade, or before you execute anything you want to do. You need what? You need a confirmation. And all these entering type that I've mentioned so far is what? Is a confirmation to your edge because they are reduced risk entry. That doesn't mean you are not going to lose money because there is nothing like A+ setup, but this one is going to give you what? Precision and confidence in what you want to do. You can do this with what? With peace of mind, knowing fully well that you know what you are doing, not just that you are catching any movement you are seeing on your chart. Yeah, and you can see how we dump so fast there, and this is about 1:8%. Yeah, so we started moving to the downside. Again, we have another entry type there, and that is a steep pattern right there. If you know much about our patterns, you will know that this is a steep pattern. I'm still going to hold a live section on that as well. Still going to hold a live section on that so that you can get more familiar to what patterns really are and what they do in the market. So you can see that. So let's keep playing this. You can see we keep doing what? We keep continuing to the downside, and that's how continuation works in the market. And that's to our TP. Simple like what? ABC. So all you just need to check for is what? Your continuation, which is going to serve as confirmation to your technical analysis that you've done. And assuming you got into this trade here, you scaled in here as well, and you scaled in here as well. You'll have went on with around about 15 to 20%, depending on the pips number you are using for your SL. So that's that about continuation entry model. So I've touched breakout entry model and retest entry model. I have now touched confirmation and continuation entry model as well. But there's still something I really need to mention so well on continuation, because you know, if you're paying attention, you will notice that I mentioned that continuation is a confirmation to the trend that want to happen. If you don't have those things in the market, you will probably be catching something else in the market, because you are not sure if this market is going to continue to the downside or the market wants to reject. So now let's talk about how to identify high probability setup using price action, the support and the resistance, the trend lines and the candlestick. While touching that, I'm also going to still talk about the confirmation, because everything works together, everything works hand in hand. Without all those things, you won't be able to get what you really need to get in the market, because you won't have your edge complete the way you want it to be. Yeah, so I'm coming. Let me get this thing out of here, because it's really blocking my view, and the connection is kind of poor. Alright, we're all good. So we want to talk about high probability setup using price action, support level, support and resistance, trend lines and candlestick. And when I'm done talking about all those, we are still going to combine our first topic, which is the 4 entering model. We are still going to combine it with how to identify high probability setup, and we are still going to be checking that out on some other pairs, because I've been using BTC as my point of reference, and we can still see all these things on some other crypto pairs. So I already labeled all these. So I already labeled all these. I've labeled the resistance level, the support level, and now how do you cite high probability setup? There are so many things that comes together to give you the proper information about high probability setup. One of them is your market nature. If you know your market nature, you'll be able to know what is currently happening in the market. Because market nature is divided into 4. You have your uptrend, your downtrend, your sideways, and your choppy nature. Yeah. So if you can identify that, you've already gotten your first problem solved. You are on your way to doing what? You are on your way to searching for high probability setup. And when you are done searching for that, you are going to focus on what? On the bigger continuation you are seeing on your 4 hours time frame. You will be seeing on your 4 hours time frame, because without that, nothing is really happening in the market. You still need a what? You need a pattern to confirm your high probability setup. And after you've considered the bigger picture you are looking at on your 4 hours time frame, you've discovered your nature, something like this BTC USDT now. For me to be able to know that this is a high probability setup, we had this trend down, and then we have this bear flag, because you can see how large the leg is. We have all this to the downside. So this is basically a bearish market. So we have all this impulsive to the downside, and we are having this bigger pattern, which is serving as what? As our edge, which I call it the bear flag, because we are still going to the downside to feel the 90% rule of this, because this is the lowest of this, which I'm going to call the support level. I hope you're jotting down some things, because for you to know your high probability setup, you still need your support level, and as well you have your resistance level as well, which I'm going to put right here. So this is the resistance level here. What are we doing? We are trying to identify a high probability setup. I have confirmed my nature, which that tells me that the nature of the market is bearish. We are trending to the downside. Second thing to also consider is the pattern you are seeing on your 4 hours time frame, and the pattern we are seeing on our 4 hour time frame is what is a bear flag, a very bear flag. So how do we know that this thing is a high probability setup? We need what? We need a continuation, and that continuation is what is our entry model, which is the breakout entry model, the retest entry model, the confirmation entry model, and also the continuation entry model. Because this whole pattern you are seeing right here, this whole bear flag you are seeing right here is not complete without the pattern rejecting from the support level, creating a continuation to the downside. That's what is going to make it a complete and a very good high probability setup. If you don't have all those things listed, it's not a high probability setup, because you don't have your nature cited, you don't have any pattern, and as well you don't have any continuation that is confirming that this pattern you are looking at is going to be what is going to continue, probably to the downside or to the upside. So let's look at how BTC got rejected from this point. This is the previous resistance. We did not expect that, but we have what? We have this bigger pattern. How do you set that bigger pattern? The bigger pattern is always having 2 to 3 high or low high. So this one is having low high now, and this is our first low high, which is right here. At this point, we have our second low high right here. So this is the previous resistance level. Yeah. So we did what? We got rejected from this point. While rejecting from this point, we have something we call the candlestick reversal, a reversal candlestick. At that point, we have the pin bar on the 4 hours time frame. We have the pin bar here. You can see it right here on my chart. This is the pin bar, and that was how we got rejected on the 4 hours time frame. Now you have seen that on the journey of citing a high probability setup, I have also take into account my candlestick formation, where I have just mentioned the pin bar. So I will encourage you to just do what? To write that down as part of your way of being able to cite what? A high probability setup. I have mentioned number one, I've mentioned the nature, the continuation to the downside. That is on your 4 hours time frame. Everything is done on your 4 hours time frame. Your nature, your continuation to the downside, which is a bigger pattern of your bear flag or your bull flag, and after that you are going to be waiting for what? You are going to be waiting for your rejection of the what? Of the pattern, by confirming it with what? With your candlestick pattern. So we've cited our candlestick pattern on the 4 hours time frame, which is now a pin bar. So you have to wait for what? You have to wait for the market to trend down and give you what? And give you confirmation. Now we are going to be switching to the 1 hour time frame now to see the confirmation that we are having. So this is it right here. So I'm going to take price back to where we got rejected on the 4 hours time frame, and we are all going to check again the entering type that we are going to have there, and with that we'll be able to see how effective this entering type also played out. So let's take price back to this point. That was where we got rejected from our resistance level. So if you look at this very well, if you look at what you are having on your 1 hour time frame very well, if looking at it very well, you are going to see something like what? A retest kind of pattern right here. A retest part of kind of pattern right here, because right from where we got rejected, we have this what? As a reversal pattern. But what happened here? We did not really tap into this valued area here. Don't forget, we are on our way of what? We are on our way to do what? To get a high probability setup. So by this time, seeing this thing on your time frame, on your 1 hour time frame, you are thinking of buying this market. You are not wrong, because you are still on the right what? You are still on the right track. We have the resistance here, and we got broken to the what? To the upside. So what do you need? You need a continuation to the upside. So this pattern right here is serving as a what? As a retest entry model for what? For your long. That is, you are buying to the upside. So you are still on the right track. But what is now going to confirm this for you to make it what? To make it a very good trade for you is when we break through this trend line above this. Now, I made mention that while you are trying to do what? Look for a high probability setup, you consider what? You consider your price action, you consider your support and resistance, you consider your trend line, and also your candlestick. Now I have just mentioned my trend line. I hope you are following. Yeah, so let's play this and see what happened together right here. So we got what? We got tagged in here. Now we have the pattern we are looking for complete. So we want to take this market, we want to take it to the upside, because this is what we are seeing on our what? On our chart currently. On our chart currently. And we want to do what? We want to make use of that opportunity. Don't forget that the bigger picture you are looking at on your 4 hours time frame is what? Is to sell. But what you are seeing on your 1 hour time frame is what? Is a reversal pattern, a retest entry model. That doesn't mean the bigger picture you are seeing on your 4 hours time frame is wrong. No, it's not wrong. You are searching for what? You are searching for a high probability setup. And while searching for this high probability setup, you've considered your nature, and the nature here on the 1 hour time frame is what? Is bullish to the upside. So for you to be able to bank and to follow the current trend, you have to follow what? You have to follow your continuation, which is your what? Which is one of your entry mechanism here. And after you've confirmed that inside your continuation, either your steep pattern, your bull flag, your falling wedge, you have to consider your what? You have to consider your candlestick. Now you can see that I have combined the entering type with some of the criteria of you finding what? a high probability setup. And if you look at what we have on our 15 minutes time frame, we have a pin bar right here on our 15 minutes time frame. This is what a pin bar looks like. And how do you take this trade? You must enter at the close of that pin bar. You don't have to enter from the body, because it might not really get to the close of that pin bar before we start selling to the downside, because we are looking at buying this market now. So you are going to get in right here, and you have your SL below. You need to give enough room for what? For something like this, because the market might not just start moving immediately. And your first TP is going to be here at this point, while your last TP is going to be here, because this was the previous resistance that was created by this pattern. So let's play that together and see how we trend to the upside. Don't forget, your bigger pattern you are looking at on your 4 hours time frame is what? Is bearish. But the current information as a daily trader, the current information you are seeing on your 1 hour time frame is longing to the upside. So we started moving to the upside this way. For some couple of minutes we were just ranging at our entry, and all right, there is something here you need to pay a very close attention to. Don't forget, the bigger picture on the 4 hours time frame, we are doing what? We are looking for a high probability setup. We've gotten the nature on the 4 hours time frame, which says we are selling to the downside, that is, we are bearish. But on our 1 hour time frame, we had a continuation for the buy setup. But what is happening currently on the chart here on the 1 hour time frame, after we enter for buy, was let me take price back to this point. Yeah, after we entered for buy, you will notice that at our entry we were ranging for some hours, right? But that range is doing what? Is showing us something that we must not miss. It's showing us a bull flag to the downside. Are you following? It's showing us a bull flag to the downside. So apart from considering your nature, working with your entering type, which is going to serve as your confirmation to your what? To your nature, you still need what? You still need approach. What did I mean by approach? All these things we are discussing about is all about finding a high probability setup, so you can know where to get in. So you still need approach. Approach is divided into two. We have the impulsive approach and we have the corrective approach. If the market is impulsive, it's different from when the market is moving correctively. And if you see what is happening here on the 1 hour time frame, after we get in, we were just ranging at our entry, but that thing is giving us what? Is giving us another information that is doing what? That is invalidating the previous setup that we had. The previous setup we had on the 1 hour time frame is to buy to the upside, but now from our entry, after we got into the buy nature of what is happening in the market currently, because we are seeing this currently now, is invalidating that pattern. So we don't have to focus on the uptrend again, because we just wanted to buy to sell. That is, probably this market is just going to trend to the upside, and then we form double top before we start selling to the downside like this. Yeah, it's just a forecast. Yeah, so you just have to follow the information you are seeing on your what? on your chart. So the approach we got from our entering is that we did not impulse to the upside. Now the market has given us a confirmation to what we are seeing on our 4-hour time frame. You see, having the bigger picture in mind is very, very okay. Yeah, having the bigger picture in mind is very, very okay, because that is going to put you on a good track. Yeah, so the bigger picture on the 4-hour time frame is that we are bearish. Now what is happening at our entering on the 1-hour time frame is a continuation to the bigger picture we saw on the 4-hour time frame. So I'm going to highlight it out now, and assuming you already took this trade, you can just do what? You can just close it, and you do what? You focus on the bigger picture formation you are seeing. And this is basically how to cite what? A high probability setup. So now we are going to close the buy, and we are now going to open what? We are going to open a sell. So before we open the sell now, we have to consider two things: the entering type we are having and our candlestick formation. So if you check this, we have this previous high here, and we've done what? We've broken below, and that is the reason why we have this impulse leg like this, and we're having this corrective phase. So I'm going to switch to the 15-minute time frame for us to catch that candlestick pattern, and we are going to bank on it together. Okay, so right here inside this pattern now, inside this bull flag, you can see we have what? We have a double top right here. And if you look very, very well, now I want to talk about candlestick pattern. They are also what? They are also a good reversal. After you've confirmed your nature, you've confirmed your entering type as well, which is what? Your confirmation, your continuation, your retest or breakout. So this is what? This is a continuation to the downside. Plus what? Plus the candlestick pattern we are seeing. And what are we seeing at the top of this structure? We are seeing a morning star. This is a morning star formation. 3 candlestick formation. You can see we have the bearish, we have the bullish candlestick, followed by the hanging man right here, engulfed what? Engulfed by what? By a bearish candlestick. And we are going to be taking our entry at the close of this, while we have our SL above this way. So our target is going to be considered on the 1-hour time frame. So our entry is going to be here, because this is the current support we are seeing right here. So that's about 1:4. So let's see how we play out. I'm going to play that right now, and boom, we started moving. You can see how effective this continuation entry model is, right? And that's to TP. Simple as what? As ABC. Now you have your what? You have your 1:4, and that's basically how to cite what? A high probability setup. Am I clear, right? You first do what? You consider your nature. You now work with your what? You work with your entry model, which is the breakout, the retest, the confirmation, and continuation. The type of continuation that we have is what? Is the bear flag or the bull flag. We have the steep pattern, we have the rising wedge or the falling wedge. When it comes to breakout as well, the same thing is applicable to the breakout. And after discovering your continuation, you still have to work with your what? You have to work with your candlestick. And I do make use of 4 reversal candlestick. I make use of the pin bar, the morning star, the engulfing bar, and as well the hanging man. Those are the 4 candlestick that I do make use of. And the reason why I'm taking my entry on the 15-minute time frame is because I always see those candlesticks there. They are very, very effective than them if the market wants to move your way. I said losses are inevitable, and the strength of the trader does not really rely on what managing the top. Is how you can do what, how you can manage the downtrend. I will still continue playing this, and we are going to see how markets create all this continuation day by day. They happen repeatedly in the market. So let's see how we trend with that again. Let's let's play this. Alright, I'm playing that so we can be able to still seek for more entry time inside this market situation right here. Okay, we're unable to get any entry before this spike happened in the market, but let me add to your knowledge as well. Don't forget that on our 4-hour time frame, if you look at your left hand side, you are going to be seeing this resistance right here, and immediately we sold to this resistance. It looks like we got rejected and want to start trending to the upside, right? Assuming we have a proper continuation, let me show you something here, because immediately we tap into that resistance. This is all you need to cook together for you to have what? For you to have a high probability setup. In your mind, you should be able to question yourself. In your forecast, should be able to give you, you should be able to give you a proper information, because the market community is for both buyers and sellers, and anything can happen. So you just have to pay attention to your chart, to listen to what the market is telling you. Don't just be glued to the profit you want to make. You should be able to do what? You should be able to read what the market is telling you as well. And that's how you'll be able to put informations together for you to be able to have your high probability setup. So let me cut that back to that point. Don't forget, we broke above this resistance level here. This is the resistance level. Now we are back here, and I made mention about there. You notice that the approach is different. We did not move to the downside impulsively. Assuming we reject to the downside impulsively, it will have been another story so far, because all we just be looking at is checking for a continuation to the downside. Yeah. Sorry, please, let me quickly connect this again. My network is really disturbing. So we tap into that resistance, and whenever we react on the resistance level like that, two things is going to happen. Is either we break through that resistance, like we break the resistance to the downside, and that is turning the resistance into a new resistance for us to start selling to the downside, or we turn that resistance into a new support for the market to start trending to the upside. So at this point now, let's see what we have on our 1 hour time frame. Let's see whether this looks like a continuation. Don't forget our entry type, part of them is what is continuation to probably the upside or the downside. So you have this like this. So I'm going to call this a open triangle. Yeah, I'm going to call this a open triangle, and on the 15-minute time frame, we are going to do what? We are going to see our entry right there. And what can you see here? What can you see here? You can see your pin bar. So it's easy for you to do what? To get in, and then you have your target above at the the resistance, I mean the feasible resistance close to you. Don't forget, before you find a high probability setup, you have to check your what? Check your nature, work with your entering mechanism, which is the 4 entering type we've talked about. And before you even get into those entering type we've talked about, you still have to consider your what? You still have to consider your candlestick pattern. And I have listed 4 candlestick patterns that you can work with. So you get in like this, and we have our what? We have our TP at the nearest resistance that we are seeing, which is this, or you have your final TP here, depending. So as we started moving, let's play that. Okay, we're already on, I can tell that we're already on 1% profit here. So we can easily do what? We can easily break in even to the, so that we won't lose anything in the market. So we start moving this way, and boom, that was how we spike to the downside. You see, while teaching you how to sight a high probability setup, I've still been able to check to add to your knowledge of the benefits of moving your trade to breaking even. That's going to save you from a lot of problem. Because I told you 2 things might happen whenever you are closer to the resistance or the support level. See the way this spike will have done will have destroyed your stop loss, and that is a minus for you for that day. So to the downside now we are breaking below the support level. Now our focus has been refocused. Now we want to search for another we want to search for a high probability, so we can do we can manage the trade to the downside. Let's see how we go about that. Now I'm going to play that. I want to be very, very sure you grab what I'm doing here, because I have 4 topics that will have discussed with you guys. But understanding entry type and candlestick is one of the things you must really know and be able to sight them on your chart. If you can just do that, the rest is kind of very, very easy for you. Is it to calculate risk? That is very, very easy for you. And is it to set limits? That is very easy for you. So I really want you to understand that aspect of entry type and how to confirm this entry type that you are seeing and how to make good use of them. That is the reason why I'm giving all this explanation. So we started doing this. One thing should be preaching to you already, that what is happening on this 4 hours time frame now is a correction for the continuation to the downside. Are you getting me? So because of this thing that is happening now, your nature is your nature is bearish, right? So while working on that, we started doing we started ranging and forming like something like a continuation wants to happen. So anytime you see something like that, just know that a pattern is about to do to form, and this pattern is going to give you the edge as a continuation to the downside. It's so simple that way. So that's going to give you the edge of how to sight a high probability setup. So let's go, let's play that. All right, I think I've gotten what we are looking for right here. So let's highlight that is a steep pattern right there, and you could remember I classified this under our continuation entry model. So this is a steep pattern right here, and inside that steep pattern we are having a double top. Now let me switch to my 4 hours time frame so that I can touch the benefit of resistance and support level. Let me break it down in a layman understanding. Whenever you see your resistance and support level, if the market starts buying from the support level and got to the resistance level this way, if you look at what is inside here, this is the support level and this is the resistance level. So if market starts buying like this and it got to the resistance level, and immediately it goes to the resistance level, we did what? We reject. You just have to sit back, relax, and do what? And wait for your continuation to the downside. Simple. Now let's assume that we did not reject at the resistance level. We broke the resistance level just this way, right? We broke the resistance level this way, and we started doing all this and we got rejected back into the zone again. That is, we break the resistance lower. All what you just have to be looking for is a sell opportunity, because whenever you touch the resistance level and you got rejected, you just have to sell back to your support level. So everything you should be thinking of is a continuation to the downside, looking for an entry type to the downside. It's as simple as that. That's how you can make use of your resistance and your support level. So we've gotten a what? We've gotten a continuation to the downside. Now let's go and see how we can make use of the information we are seeing on the 15-minute time frame. You can see this support level was created here, plus the resistance in here, right? We got rejected and we have what? We have this whole thing down here. This is the hanging man, and this is where you need to get in for this particular trade, on this particular trade, and you have your SL above this way. So where is going to be our profit target? Our profit target is going to be the next support level that is cleared that we are looking at, and this is the next support level that is clear to us, because this is the resistance here. Am I wrong? No. So let's play that. We started playing out, and immediately we start playing out, we can break in even like that, so we can manage our trade down to our target point. And you can see that this entry model is very, very effective, and that's how you are going to get your what? You are going to get your 9%, which is so simple like that. Okay, I think that's that about entry type and how to do what? How to cite a higher probability setup, a high probability setup. Yeah, so that is that about it. It's as simple as that. I've shown you people about 4 of this entry mechanism now. So let's take how to get in aggressively and when to wait for confirmation. You see, we have 2 types of entry model. We have the risk entry and we have the reduced risk entry. I'm going to show you guys something. Where we have risk entry and what happened there, because there are some entry you will see and you'll be thinking within yourself to place the trade aggressively, and which is not supposed to be. And there are some entry you are going to see you can go in aggressively on them, although it's not advisable to go in aggressively on any trade, because you cannot determine what is going to happen in the next 5 minutes. You cannot determine what is going to happen in the next 1 hour. You are not a whale. You are trading with about $100, and you think one of your click can just do what? Can just turn the market like that? No, you just have to join the big guys in doing what they know how to do the best. And how do you join the big guys? To pack that money aggressively. How do you join the big guys? To follow the trend. It's simple. So I'm still going to take price back to what we have here on our BTC USDT, and let's take price back to where we have this bear flag. Let me split that. Alright, so this is where we have the bear flag. I am very sure that some traders will be waiting for the market to get to this resistance level so that they can sell. To me, that is a risk entry. I mean a proper risk entry. You don't take such trade. If you take something like that, you are basically doing what? You are basically wasting your funds, because the probability of those trade playing out is about 40%. They are about 40%, and also you are going to be having a very large stop loss to work with. So it's more advisable for you to wait for what? For the entering type that I have listed so far. If you wait for all those things, if you see those things, you can get in aggressively on them. It's very simple, very simple. Sorry about that. I think my chamber is low. Right, sorry guys, sorry for that little break. I had to take a little water because I'm very very thirsty, so I needed to get some water. So as I was explaining when you can get in aggressively and when you just need to sit and wait for confirmation. You see, somewhere around here now, you just have to do what? You just have to wait for confirmation, because this market approach was to the downside, and whenever we are falling to the side like this, there is tendency that we are going to pump to the upside and we can break the resistance. And you see, I made mention that you don't have to do what? You don't have to catch the top. You don't have to catch the top at all. You don't need it. So catching the top is where you need to wait for a confirmation. And after you've done seeing that confirmation, you cannot go in aggressively. But when I say aggressively, that doesn't mean you should risk all your portfolio, right? That doesn't mean you should risk all your portfolio. You can just move from risking 1% to 1.5%. Something like this now, something like the entry I took today, although I've been taken out of breaking even. So this particular continuation now, is one of the entry types that I've mentioned on this live section. And this is a what? This is a breakout and retest. This is a breakout and retest entry model. On this pattern now, you can get in aggressively because this is a reduced risk entry. We have risk entry and we have reduced risk entry. Something like this. At this point now, this is a risk entry. You cannot just start buying here because we've already broken below the support level. So if you start buying here, you are risking your money. You have no confirmation. The trend hasn't even started before you do what? Before you start buying. So this is a risk entry now. Is a reduced risk entry because this meets what? This met with the entry mechanism we've stated so far. So this is where, let me enlarge that so you can see it very well. This is where we can get in aggressively, and this is where you need to wait for confirmation. And the confirmation you are waiting for is the one that is going to give you an edge to get in aggressively, because this is a confirmation that this market is still doing what? Is still going to the upside. And if you look at the approach, you will see that the approach is not really that impulsive. So we might just trend this way, trend this way, and we hit the resistance level. And after hitting that resistance level now, we now start doing what? We start moving sideways, because basically this old trend we are looking at on the 4 hours time frames now looks like what? We are moving sideways, because immediately we break this support level, we're supposed to be trending down, but look at what is happening right now. We are forming what? A flag to the upside. This is a flag. So we are forming it to the upside like this. And before you know it, we are going to get to the resistance, and we are now going to determine whether we are going to sell or we continue the buy. So basically, I have touched what? I have touched the main 4 entry type that we have, and I'm still going to list that again. We have the breakout entry model, we have the pullback or the retest entry model, we have the momentum or continuation, and we also have the reversal or confirmation. And for us to be able to cite a high probability setup, I have also spoken on that as well. You need what? You need 4 things: your market nature, your entry model, your candlestick pattern, and your approach. And also, I have also talked about when to get in aggressively and when you need to wait for confirmation. So I will basically love us to make use of all these things that I have talked so far on mastering the entry type and trade execution. I would love us to do some chart work together, and we are going to place that trade live on the L-Bank trading app. So let's just search for something together that is going to look like okay, I think I'm seeing something on Ethereum. I don't know if this is valid, but yeah, it's valid. Now stay with me. We want to search for what? A high probability setup, so we can get in and start trading together based on what I have explained so far on mastering entering types and perfect trade execution. So let's go there together. On the 4 hours time frame, we have what? First thing first, let's consider our nature. First thing first, we need to consider our nature. You can see we are at the what? At the support level. So we got rejected with what? With a reversal pattern, which is the what? Which is the falling wedge. Then we started trending to the upside. Yeah. So 1 hour time frame for what? For us to search for our what? Our entry model. And what are we seeing here on the entry model? We can see a open triangle. And inside that open triangle, what do we need to do now? We now need to search for what? We need to search for our candlestick formation, which we are going to see on the 15 minutes, which is our entry point. And what can we see here? What we can see here is what? We can see an evening star here. This is an evening star. We have this bearish candlestick. We have this big body bullish candlestick, which is being engulfed by this. So when we look at the approach, you can see the approach is impulsive to the downside. It's not that we are moving correctively we move correctively to the downside. So I won't really want us to take that because our approach is missing. But let's check our 1 hour time frame again to probably see something. And if we look at that very well, we can see we got rejected from this resistance level. So basically this is the top, and that is like a risk entry for me. So I'm going to be waiting for a what? For a continuation. I'm going to be waiting for a continuation. But while waiting for a continuation, at that point I'm still seeing something else, which is still a bullish continuation because of the candlestick pattern we are having on our 1 hour time frame. This candlestick pattern we are having here now looks like a what? A pin bar, but this is not a fully closed pin bar. So I will actually consider checking another pair, another cryptocurrency pair. I will consider that because that doesn't meet my trading plan. There is no clarity there for me. Okay. If you look at what is happening currently on BNB USDT, you will see that we've tapped into the resistance after we've moved from the support level. Now we are at the resistance level. The resistance level is where I marked with the green horizontal line, and you can see that for yourself. And we've got rejected. So the main thing we'll be waiting for now is the continuation based on what I have explained so far. So we need a confirmation to what we are doing here, right? Let's check another cryptocurrency pair. Okay. I think I've seen something we can use for a chart work together. Now let me identify it based on what I have touched so far on this live section. Okay, let me take it from the beginning. Let us do the chart work together. So we have the support level right here. Okay, we also have our resistance right here where the trade got rejected. That's 1, 2. Also we have this reversal pattern. Yeah, but if we look at our approach, the rate at which we are going to the upside is not really that impulsive, but we still have what? We still have this support level as well. And all these things is what is happening above that support level. So we should be looking for a buy and not a sell yet. So when we are going to start looking for a sell is when we break below this support level that I'm seeing right here on my 4 hours time frame, even though I have switched to the 1 hour time frame. So we are looking for what? A continuation, and this continuation right here is a what? Is a falling wedge, which is like a retest on our 1 hour time frame. So back to the 15-minute, let's see the candlestick formation we have there. Okay, we have a very nice candlestick formation right here. That is a pin bar, and also we have a engulfing bar there. Okay, let's do the placing together and let's see how what I have explained and the chart work we've done for the past 1 hour, how it's going to work on this. We're gonna check that together, although we have to wait for this to do what? To get to the close of that candlestick. And when we get to the close of that candlestick, we are going to decide whether we are going to take that trade or we're just gonna allow it to be. So this is about 1:6, or I'm going to be going for the second resistance level, which is right here, and that's going to be about 1:5. So let's see whether we get into that before any other thing. That doesn't really look clear like that. BTC did fuck me up today, I won't lie to you guys. Yeah, did me dirty, including Solana as well. So I'm basically waiting for a change in market structure here, so I can know what next to do. Okay, I think while we wait for near USDT to follow what I have discussed on today, in case you have anything for me, if you have any question, a chart work, a cryptocurrency pair you want me to analyze for you, you can drop it and I'm going to do that. And I think that's going to be all for today, and I hope you guys learned one or two things on today's live section based on the mastering entering types and perfect trade execution. I hope you've been able to learn one or two things. Don't forget, for you to master your entry types and for you to place a perfect trade, you need what? You need 4 entry types, which is the breakout entry model, the retest entry model, the confirmation entry model, and the continuation entry model. And also, if you want to cite a high probability setup, you need what? You need your nature, you need your continuation, you need your candlestick pattern, and also you need your what? You need your approach. That's 4 edge on what? On citing a high probability setup. And as well, if you want to know when to get in aggressively and when to wait for confirmation, all you just need to do what? Whenever you are at the top of the structure, you don't go in aggressively. But whenever you have but in case you want to do that tomorrow, some other time, that's just basically how to do what? How to cite when to get and when to wait for confirmation. At the top of the structure is a what? Is a risk entry, and whenever you see your continuation, that is a what? That is a reduced risk entry. You can see what I named it, a reduced risk entering. Not that risk is not involved. Risk is involved, but then it's just on a what? On a minimal uh level uh level, and that's the reason why I named it well, I named it a reduced risk entry. So thanks for joining me today on the live section, guys and girls. And don't forget that this is Nova Trading Africa. Supporting us as well is a very big thing. And imagine if you tell your friend about this live section to always come and pack the knowledge in full, where we talk about trading and also we educate ourselves. So do well to invite your friend to the live section. Do well to share our videos with your friend. They are very, 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 very educative. And as well, don't forget, we're going to be live here again tomorrow. So subscribe, like. Also, don't forget to turn on your notification bell so that whenever we schedule a post for a very wonderful live section like this, you are going to get involved early, and you are going to be part of the first people that is going to be getting that first hand information. So while we wait for this near USDT to follow what we all just discussed now, don't forget, if you have any question, just drop it for me. I'm going to be answering that right away. So looks like we want to follow that. Let me prepare my chart here on the All Bank Trading app. So we have near USDT. Right, we are close to our entry. So by tomorrow we'll be doing a proper introduction to cryptocurrency for new beginners. I mean, people that just start trading cryptocurrency. I'll be holding a class, a live section on the introduction to cryptocurrency. What and what you need to know about cryptocurrency, and as well the things you need to consider before you become a crypto trader, how to place trade, and how to set your TP, how to set your SL. We're going to be looking at those things tomorrow. Yeah. And okay, while we wait for this, I think we can also touch something like order type, order versus limit versus the stop loss, which we are going to use, and the reason why we are using them. So here on my L Bank trading app, you will notice, if you're seeing my screen very well, you are going to see the four corner that I'm having here. I'm having the limit, I'm having the market, I'm having the trigger, and I'm having the post only. I always make use of the limit and as well as the market. Okay, so I'm going to explain these two parts for you now. The market, that simply means you are entering immediately at market price. Like, as you are just seeing it now, you are placing it using your what? Using your TP and your SL. What does that mean by TP and SL? SL means stop loss. TP means take profit. Any price that you impute here, whenever price got to that point, that's going to be taken out from your what? From your balance. Yeah, I mean your trading balance. So if you take profit, any profit gathered from the trade you took is going to be added to your what? To your balance. And based on limit, we have the buy order limit and the sell order limit. Like this near USDT we want to take now, assuming we wanted to set a limit for that, we are just going to set a buy order limit here, I mean a buy stop here. So immediately we got to 1.473, the buy is going to trigger on its own, our SL is going to be placed where it's supposed to be, and our TP is going to be placed where it's supposed to be, based on the figure you impute while you are placing your order there. And same thing as the buy limit, assuming you know market prediction very well and you are projecting that immediately market got to 1.464, you can see that right on my chart, that immediately the market got to that point, you want your buy to trigger immediately. It's going to trigger from that point. Same thing applicable to buy sell stop and sell limit. So that's basically how order limits work. And the reason why people use them is because some people don't really have time to sit longer watching their candlestick printing every minute and every hour. So all what they just have to do is to do what? Set that limit there while they are busy doing other things. And people that use market order is because they have, let me just say, they have that time to sit on their chart, do all the chart work, and they wait for their perfect entry. And one of the advantage of using market execution is that you tend to use a very kind of a very tight stop loss, something like this. If you are using a limit order, you can be using something like this. You can be using this kind of SL to place your trade, because you'll be looking at placing your SL below your support level like this. Are you getting it? So that is a wide stop loss for me, because you are just going to be working on with a little profit. But if you stay on your chart this way, you will know that my SL is supposed to be below some pips far from what? Some pips far from my reversal candlestick, which we have here. So as I was on that, you can see near USDT has gotten to the close of the previous candlestick. So let's kindly place that together, and I'll be using market order for that now. So see where I'm going to put my stop loss, see where I'm going to be putting my take profit. You can see I copy those figure right there, and I'm going to be going in with 60x leverage, while I'm going to be risking $100 on this. That's too much. I want $100. Okay, I think I'll just have to go with the 89, so I won't be wasting our time here. So you can see the order has been placed. That's simply how to use market order. That's simply how to place your trade on market order. You put your SL, you put your take profit, and you place your long. Simple as what? As ABC. So let's see what happened in the next 30 minutes on this, and we're gonna call it uh, a day today. I have to place that on my phone as well. right? Looks like we are up and running there. Okay, that's about plus 4%. Let's see. You can see I basically just did what I just finished explaining on the live section. Yeah, just how to cite a high probability setup, and we made use of the nature. Then we wait for our words. We enter through our four entering model that we've discussed, that we've touched today. And also we did consider a candlestick pattern as well, and you can see all is in shape. And this is basically how to do it, to execute your trade. I just executed my trade now on L-Bank trading app. So that was what we plan on doing today: mastering entering type and trade execution. And I have basically done that. So if you have any question for me, don't forget to drop it and I'm going to attend to it. Thank you. Let's watch that together. Let's watch it together. Let's see what we have. Right, that's plus 8%. Looks like we are moving. Let's check what other pairs are doing. So let's just forecast this real quick. Okay, after we've gotten this steep pattern to the resistance level and we've done a buy hunt, so we should be expecting something like this. This should be your take home. Let me give you a take home so you can have your eye on this as well. Your eyes on this to the downside like this. Yeah, that's basically what will happen. And if it doesn't happen that way, we'll be considering buying this there. This is what we're looking like. So we are just to retest that resistance. So we are now going to be using reversal and retest, or retest entering model to enter BNB if it went according to our forecast. So we still have net USDT running here. We still have net USDT running. And oh well, guys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, I think this is going to be the end of our live section today. See you guys tomorrow, same channel, same time. Okay, don't let me say same time, but I'm going to schedule a live section for you guys, so make sure you on your notification bell, and we will see you again tomorrow. Thank you so much. Thanks for joining my live section. I really appreciate it. Bye.